Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me here at Esther 5D Energy. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for listening to this message. I'm really enjoying our journey together. I'm going to go into channel now and see what the guides have to say. We are the Elohim, and we step forward as this vessel steps back. And we are here to talk today about time, the subject of time. The use of time in this reality is very different from the way the guides and higher beings of light use time. It has been constructed here in this reality to provide a way of being to experience. Simply put, to allow you to have the idea of what it is like to have time, to have a 24-hour, as you have defined it in this reality, of a type of structure here, so that it would provide you a schedule, so that it would provide you a way of breaking down your day into doing in a way that makes sense to you. And in these frequencies of the third dimension, this was very practical, for it allowed you to meet up with people at certain times of the day, to set dates in the future for celebrations, for getting together, for meetings, for the workplace environment. And from early ancient times, thousands of years later, you are still doing things in this way. And just know that it does provide structure. There is an element of time that is very interesting. As you go into the higher frequencies, we would like to point out that the use of time and the feeling that you have about time may begin to dissipate a bit. In other words, some of you may find time going by quite quickly, a speeding up. In other words, a year doesn't feel like a year. It feels maybe like 6 months. And you would be quite correct. For in this frequency that you're going into, this stage of your evolution, you're going to begin to play with time a little bit. And it can also be a slowing down that you could ask for to get more tasks done in a shorter period of time as you would see it, but not feel rushed, so that it could be more organized. And this appeals to many of you, for many times you feel like you're running behind, so to speak. Your schedule is so full, you're not getting done the things that you want. And we would ask you to step back and play with time. Play with time a little bit in the new frequency here, and ask for your guides to help you with this. Ask them to help you organize your time better, to sort of take all of the things that you want to do, perhaps just in one day. Say you have a busy one. You're not sure what order they should be done in. Perhaps there isn't a certain time that some of these things need to be done. Or perhaps even by your week, you could take all of the things you want to get done within a week, not having a certain appointment time perhaps for those things, but just errands and personal things that you may have to get done. And we'd say stack them up and sort of throw them into the ethers. Yes, throw them up into the ethers, into the spirit, and allow them to come back down to you in a way that is perhaps different, but in a way that it's the best version that it could be, so that you flow with your week. You do not feel like you're coming from behind all the time, for that energy is very exhausting. And we would like you to know that you have a choice here to do it a different way and to play with it, try it, and allow us to help you with it, because this is the new frequency. This is the new way of being, where you allow change to happen in some very interesting ways, including time and how you use your time. And don't be surprised if it gets easier for you. In other words, you accomplish some of those things that perhaps you've been putting off because you felt like they would take a lot of time, and they didn't. Allow for that to be a possibility, and allow for it to be a possibility that it's not exhausting to you, that you still feel good when you finish it, that you may be a little surprised that it went that well, and you may want to take a break and think about that and appreciate it, be grateful. But that time is malleable, it's flexible more than what you think in this reality, especially going into the higher stages of consciousness in this accelerated ascension process. And this is to allow you to feel more at ease in your body. This is to allow you to feel more at ease in this reality. For as you create your reality and you create what's around you and you become conscious that you're creating it, as you become conscious that you are creating your reality, we repeat that, you will want a sense of space around you, space and peace. And playing a little game with time and allowing some help with that, you can rearrange things a bit to make you feel more spacious, make you feel more at peace in your everyday life. And so that is our message for you today. It's just to allow yourself to play with time and to realize that you're not always running from behind, that is an illusion that has been put upon you, perhaps by your workplace, perhaps by the insinuation of others that you need to do more of this or that, or maybe by your own self. Can you look inside of yourself and ask why you always feel you have to load yourself up with many things so that you give yourself the feeling you're always running behind? Is it necessary for you to feel this way anymore? And kind of go into observation mode as you schedule things, and take a deep breath and allow it to be in flow with space, with peace. And allow us to assist you with this and organizing it that way, for you can get help on organizing your time. We are always with you here in full support. Namaste.